What's up YouTube, Jay Travellini here today, and a slightly different video for you. I'm going to talk about the GPU market and what I'm doing to buy GPUs. A lot of mine do come from eBay currently because I'm not really into all the LHR cards. I do have a few rigs with them. I don't regret buying them, but currently with the market, I'd rather spend a little bit more to have that non-LHR 3070 than an LHR 3070 or 3070 Ti. One, I think a 3070 is slightly more efficient, even though I can't get the higher mega hash numbers, but I'd rather have a slightly lower one, and now I can put that GPU on Ethereum Classic or even Ergo if needed be, and not be limited by my hash rate and power consumption at that point, and running a really high power consumption with an LHR unlock on a 3070 Ti just to get something that a 3070 would get at a lower wattage. So over time, I didn't save as much money, but over time I'll make a little bit more and save money on my power. But let's look at the market and how it is right now. So as you can see, pretty much you can look on Amazon, and these cards are in stock, like 3090s. I wouldn't buy Founders Editions on Amazon because they are going to be third-party sellers, because only Best Buy sells them brand new from the store. So they're going to be third-party sellers. But as you can see, even the For the Win is down to $1699.99. So I mean, that it's in stock. You can just readily go on there and buy it. And I can put a link to this one in the description because I think this is a great card to buy for mining at the price. I do 123 mega hash a second at just shy of 300 watts on my For the Win cards, and that's all of them, not just one of them. So I've yet to break 300 watts on any of my 3090s as far as mining. Now I don't push them to the 125 mega hash a second like some do, but that's pretty much because I don't want to get too crazy with it, and I like to make my cards last a little longer. Now, even if we check Best Buy, they do have cards in stock. You can add these to cart and pretty much pick them up in your store. Now, some of them, they will not be there that day. Sometimes they will, but they will ship them out to your store, or some may even ship to you, but unavailable nearby. See details. Some of them will be in stock. So we also could say like a same day pickup for the store, and these are actually at the store, and I can add them to cart, buy them, go pick them up today. So there's 3 GPUs that I can just pick up today. These are all NVIDIA cards because everyone knows that the AMD cards have been pretty much sitting on shelves for a while now. Now, if you have a Micro Center near you, they're even in stock also. You can reserve them. They even have an open box section on their website. Now, anyone that knows before, you couldn't go on here. When they started putting the GPUs on here, you couldn't reserve them, but now you can reserve them. You can see 25 plus in stock, 25 plus in stock, 25 plus in stock. So if I went there, they're going to have a pretty good selection in the store with them displayed. Now, before, there used to be cobwebs on the shelf. They never had anything in stock. When they did, it was just a piece of paper sitting there with pretty much saying this is the GPUs we have in stock in the back that we can sell to you, and you get the voucher, take it up to customer service and buy the GPU. Now let's look at their open box is even some NVIDIA GPUs. Now, you are not going to get a non-LHR card from them, unfortunately. These are all going to be LHR cards. Your best bet at a non-LHR card would probably be a refurbished from someone, but it should be disclosed on there if it is LHR or not. These are all going to be LHR cards. The 12 gigabyte 3080, as far as mining, I was not too happy with when it came to Flux. My 10 gigabyte crushed it in all aspects. I know I had 2 gigabytes less VRAM, but 10 gigabytes of VRAM still plenty when it comes to mining and gaming, in my opinion. The 12 gigabytes is if you really want to push it to 4K gaming and have like a more crisp experience, but lose a little bit of frame rates because of the higher resolution. That's where the 12 gigabytes is going to play more of a factor. 3070 Ti's, these are nice cars, but I'm not a huge fan. I have a few of these 3070 Ti's. I have 5 of them on one rig, along with a 3080 Ti, and they're pretty nice. I paid a little bit more. I was in like the $820 range when I was paying for them brand new, so you can see the price drop on that and this one. And this is actually a little bit higher than some other places, like I saw on Amazon, $16.99, and on Newegg, $16.99. Now, this is because they're holding stock a lot longer and they're not selling out as quick. So let's check Newegg here, and this you can see $16.99 at Newegg. Now, this is the best I'd probably buy from Amazon at this point, only because I'd get a little bit more cash back on my credit card. But $16.99, I think this is the best bang for buck GPU currently when it comes to higher end. Like I said, 123 mega hash on mine is just shy of 300 watts. Pretty good in my opinion. I really like those. The only problem is you run the heat issues. You have to repad them or do copper plating. I'm in the process of deciding if I want to do the copper plates or if I want to do repadding and get the set. So I hopefully will have them ordered in the next day or two and get them in. Now 3090 Ti I don't have any experience with. I've seen 130 mega hash at just over 300 watts, but I haven't bought any of these. But you can see they're in stock for a little over 2,000. But let's actually check here. Where is it? If we go down, refurbished, we'll check the used and open box. We'll apply this and let's see if we can find a non-LHR. So LHR 3060 claiming LHR. That's odd. They're all LHR in a sense, but that was a TI. Let's narrow this search down. Let's get rid of the 3630. Narrow this search down a little bit, and let's see what we can find here. So if this is a V1, nope, 12 gigabyte, that's LHR, 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 LHR. 12 gigabyte, that's LHR, V2, LHR. 12 gigabyte, LHR, LHR. So yeah, even the refurbished and open box looks like on Newegg seems to be all LHR. This one actually, I saw this the other day, may not be LHR. It doesn't say V2 on it anywhere. It doesn't say LHR in the print, but it also comes packing a heavy price tag for a 3070 at just over $1,100, but nothing in this says LHR. Nothing about it says V2. So this could possibly be a non-LHR 3070 8 gigabyte, but one, it's coming from China. I'm in the United States, and over $1,000 for a 3070 is not what I would pay. Now, if that was like 600 maybe, or not 600, 700 maybe, or even 800, being that it's a white Strix, 800 would probably be the highest I would go for a non-LHR 3070, which is higher. But you can see this one, 3070 V2, so that's an LHR card. So let's actually check eBay real quick. We'll look up some 3070 non-LHR. New listed 750 or best. So let's look at some recently sold ones. So see what they're going for. So a non-LHR 3070 looks like that's a little high. That's high. 850 still. They're still selling for 800 to 850 now. That is expensive. 750, but I would not buy a Zotac. 765 gigabyte non-LHR, not too bad. 650. That's a good price. I would have bought that. So I like to check eBay often, because if I seen this come up for 650 with 2 bids on it, I bet you this person has, it says 4 product. He has 48. 48, not terrible. All right, so let's keep scrolling down. So it looks like 700 to 850 is what you're gonna pay. Let's try StockX. So I don't use this website. So let's just look at like Founders Edition. So I think it's all sold. So bid and sell. So buyer bid at 716. So StockX looks like it's a little bit better. I don't use this site, so I don't know how the fees work. I'm assuming the buyer pays the fees. This condition is new, but I do know that when you buy it on this website, it goes to an MM, which is a middleman, so that they get the product and they verify it and they test it. And once they verify it, then they ship it to you and your funds are released to the seller. So there is a process. One, it takes a little bit longer to get it, and two, I mean, I don't like the fact that somebody else is getting it and opening the card. If it's a brand new card sealed, I'd like to get it sealed. That's just a personal opinion of mine. Obviously, you're getting a working card, you're getting what you paid for. Still a brand new card in a sense, but once they break that seal, it becomes, now you're getting, in my sense, they're sending you an open box item. Even though that they got it brand new and they're the middleman, they're a little bit more trusting. But, you know, that's the GPU market now. And that's what I do to buy GPUs. Now I'm pretty much on eBay, Facebook Marketplace. Like I said, I don't use StockX, but I do have friends that have used it pretty successfully, and I don't see an issue with using it. It's just personally something that I have not done, but after seeing the Founders Edition price of $716, I may look at buying a few on there and unloading some 3070 Ti's. I do have one more 3070 Ti Founders Edition that if I could replace that with a 3070, I would probably do that, and I would even just sell my Founders Edition 3070 Ti at MSRP if I could, locally, just to try and get the money back for it. But you know, that's how I'm buying them. Locally, being in the Philadelphia area, I don't find many deals. They usually get scooped up really fast, or the person just wants eBay pricing. And if I'm paying prices that I would pay on eBay, I'm just going to buy on eBay and have buyer protection if the card doesn't work. Like I said, my one friend did a local trade. He traded a 3080 Ti and I think a little bit of cash and got a 3090 hollow block Zotac. And when he went home to fire up the hollow block, it just didn't work. And we tore the whole card down, tried looking at the thermal paste and thermal pads, maybe something was off, but it just didn't work. And he had to end up spending more money to get it fixed. So those are risks you run when you're trading locally. Hopefully you can find some trustworthy people that won't screw you and actually give you a working product of what you wanted and what they described that they were trading. But other than that, just eBay's been my primary source of non-LHR cards currently. I've been paying around the $750 range after shipping for any 3070 non-LHR. I won't buy the LHR. Obviously, you can just go to a store and buy it if you wanted to. There's no sense in really going on eBay or NM sites to buy anything. If you can't really, right now, currently, if you can't get a graphics card, it's because you aren't trying. So when I get comments of people saying I'm like, us miners are the reason they're not getting graphics cards and that they're trying to be gamers or whatever that they're doing, like video rendering, you're pretty much not looking. These cards are everywhere available, so either you're not looking or you just don't have the money to buy it. And if that's the case, you don't have the money to buy it, then, I mean, you're SOL at that point anyway. But as far as LHR cards, I'm pretty much not buying any more of those. And strictly non-LHR now, I go for 3070s over 3060 Ti's because on other algorithms, I like the 3070 a little bit more. On Ethereum and Ethereum Classic, they do perform pretty much similar. In a sense, my experience with them is my 3060 Ti's take a little bit more power. We're talking like 5 to 7 more watts to achieve that 61 mega hash, where all my other 3070s are in the 61.5 mega hash to 62 mega hash range at just shy of 120 watts, where my 3060 Ti's are like 61.5 mega hash and just over 120 watts. Like I think my 3060 Ti does 61.4 mega hash at 126 watts, where my 3070s are like 117 watts doing the same. So that's why I stay away from the 3060 Ti's. Not that they're bad cards, I just prefer the 3070 just for the longevity of mining and using it on other algorithms. But thanks for checking this video out. I'd like to hear how you guys are sourcing out your GPUs, if you're staying local or if you're using eBay or StockX. I'd actually like to hear more about StockX. I have friends that use it and they like it, but I don't know many people that use it. I do hear a lot about it. It seems pretty pretty legitimate as how they handle every transaction, and a little bit more safe than eBay in a sense. But I like to hear others that are using it and their success stories with it. But thanks for checking this video out. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, comment down below, and see you next time.